it's Joseph, the artist, the founder, and the president of the Onyxcon Foundation. Yes, indeed, we are back. We are back. I went live a second ago, but people were telling me they couldn't hear me, so I said, let me try again, because, you know, when you do a live and you're rolling, surprisingly, even though the signal will drop sometimes, it's been mostly reliable. I'd say 90% of the time when I go live, and whenever I'm doing these, I do these, every so often I have a job that makes for a road trip where I go to the Georgia coast. So if you've seen previous content and a lot of stuff from Savannah, that's because I have a job on a personal level, and get there. I got plenty of time to talk to y'all if I want to go live. So I try to get it in whenever I'm thinking some stuff that would be relevant for good content. So here we go. So I was saying before that, yeah, and I did another live too where I talked about this more, but I was saying, you know, I just got back days ago from República Dominicana. That's the way you really say it. Dominican Republic, DR. Shout out to all my Dominican friends, my new Dominican friends. Pardon my voice being a little hoarse. I've been talking a lot and laughing a lot, and I guess all that stuff done made my voice a little scratchy. I can hear it. But anyway, I'm back, y'all. I'm back, and I'm back, and I'm happy to be back. I'm knowing that after this trip, being my third official passport stamp in my adult life, because I've been a couple of places when I was a kid, and I've been places that weren't necessarily, they still like, okay, I went to Hawaii, and I still count Hawaii as, even though it's a state, it's a territory of the U.S., but culturally, it's got enough of its own thing with the Polynesian cultural history that I respect that and I acknowledge that, and I differentiate that from the rest of America on purpose, intentionally, with respect and honor to the various, you know, cultural impacts of the original peoples of the Polynesian Isles. So yeah, going to Hawaii was still, you know, to me, kind of like visiting a foreign country within a country that I'm part of, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, then there was, when I was when I was a kid, like 5th grade, I always say, I'll never forget that. They had a family trip to the Bahamas. So between that and Hawaii, that was pretty much it. Now, Hawaii was when I was older. That was way back when, that was actually, I'm divorced, but that was my honeymoon and all of that. So, yeah. I always say I got to go back to Hawaii for myself now, you know, because even my honeymoon was not like the most, it was kind of like a, I don't want to get on that too deep, but I'll say, you know, you know when things have been red flagging for a long time, and then you hit something like that, and you still getting red flags, like, damn, I thought everything ought to be all right by now. It's like, no, get ready for the rest of what this gonna be. So yeah, it's no surprise, you know, just too young and not knowing what you really wanted in life. And I say that about myself at that age, and I'm glad I've grown and, you know, moved forward, and I'm so happy. I tell anybody, if you're not happy and you're in a relationship like where you know it's going nowhere, go on and get that divorce. I don't care about no family pressure. I don't care about no religious dogma, none of that. I ain't religious, by the way, so that's why I can say that with no sweat off my brow. But let it go. Let it go. If it's time to move on, move the hell on. So anyway, somebody's talking in another language. Let me give y'all the rules about my lives, all right? I can tell you must be, I hope you're saying something positive. You put a heart and you put a fire, like you appreciate something, so thank you. But you gotta translate it into English for me, fam. I cannot understand it. And even if it's in a language that I kind of know words, like Spanish, all I'm gonna know is like what the subject was. I ain't gonna know exactly what the whole sentence is saying. So you need to translate that for me, okay? Please do that. Please translate. Thank you. Also, we got 6 people in the building. The other rule is, however many people are looking, however many eyes on me, we need to see that many thumbs up. We need to see them boom, 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 okay? Let's get that love up in here. We got to do it. That's how YouTube works. You know, if you're enjoying the content, support the content. And support is a thumb away. 1 thumb down on the phone away from helping us get more of the respect we deserve for the work we putting in. So anyway, back on topic. The main thing I want to discuss was after this trip to the Dominican Republic and adding up all the other places I've been, I've started to come to some general conclusions. Because the one great thing about the places I've been, like after those that one childhood trip, Bahamas, and then as an adult, young adult, Hawaii, and then later, I decided for myself in 2022, I was like, enough is enough. I ain't been nowhere. I had a passport that I got and it expired. I can't remember what year it was that they made the rule we had to have passports to travel to even Canada or Mexico, but that's when I said, oh hell no, I'm gonna have my stuff. I'm not gonna be trapped in this country. If stuff hit the fan, I gotta be able to move. So we went out and got our passports. This is back when I was still married. And the stress of the marriage and the finances and everything, there was always another excuse why we didn't use it. So by the time I was divorced and I'm looking at my passport, I was like, oh snap, I gotta get this thing renewed. And I'll never forget that feeling of looking at this blank book thinking, damn, you didn't even use it. You spent all that money, you didn't even use it. Worst thing ever. Don't do it. Don't do it. I look at travel like if you want to travel, if it's important to you, it's a personal bill that must be paid. You know what I'm saying? If you get an unexpected ticket or a bill or whatever, you forget to pay a bill that they let lapse and roll over months and months, and then they get to that breaking point where they're like, look, you got to pay this or we about to cut you off. That is how I look at traveling. It's got to pay the travel bill for your own mental health, because there is a shutdown point if you love travel. Keywords here are if you love travel, to where you're gonna wish you had done it. You're gonna wish, you're gonna be fiending for it. You're gonna need that moment, that time in a year, every year. And so that's when I made the rule with, before everybody in the whole world went through 2020, 21, all that. I said, man, I'm not going to be in a world where this level of stuff can happen and anybody can get it. And I ain't even live to the fullest and do all this stuff I always said I wanted to do. And I got all these foreign friends here in America that every time I meet them or talk to them, they're like, man, Joseph, you know so much about so many places, man. How's it you never been? And I'm saying to myself, yeah, how is that? What? Huh? Like, that don't even make no sense. Like, I've met people from some countries and I be telling them stuff like, man, you know more about my culture and my people and everything than I know. Because I study stuff deeply and I want to know. But that's not enough. You got to go see it for yourself. It makes a big, huge difference. Appreciate the 3. You got 3 likes. I need a 1 in front of that 3. We got 13 looking. Come on. I know some of y'all must be robots, because real human beings would have showed some love by now. Come on. Show it right. Let's get it right. 13 for 13. Let's go. 13 for 13. Do I hit 13? Let's get it up in here. We're going to get up to 13 on the thumbs up. We need a 13 on the thumbs up. It's like an auction. We're going to put them hands in the air. We're going to put the thumbs in the air. We need a 13 over here. Now we're down to 10 because, like I said, they ain't here to win. They ain't here to win. They ain't with us. They against us. They ain't like us. They not like us. Kendrick told them, but they ain't listening. They don't want to be it. They don't want to feel it. They don't want to reel it. Come on. Anyway. I need 13. Now we're down to 10. I need 10, damn it. Let's go. Let me get them likes. So, I made that decision and haven't regretted it. Have not regretted it. Not one ticket, not one, even with the craziest stuff I've been through. And I went through some crazy shit on this last trip. Dominican Republic put me through some stuff. And I don't blame it on the country. I blame it on individuals, like any place. Because there was more good people that treated me right. So if I had to rate it, I'd say 60-40. 60 on the progressive, functional, positive energy, and then 40% of that BS, But that BS is BS you could get anywhere, you know what I'm saying? We're down to 7. We need 7 thumbs up. I love when the number goes down. I used to be offended. What the hell, whatever. I don't care. If you ain't real, I don't need you. It's quality before quantity. Shout out to the big 3 in the building. The 3 that done put the thumbs up. I appreciate you. Y'all the realists. Oh, now we down to 4. That's what I'm talking. Go on and get out of here. Whoever that 1 is that ain't gonna hit the button. Get the hell out of here. We don't need you. We don't need you. All I need is them 3. If only 3 people stay up in here watching and appreciating with the thumbs up, with positive comments, that's all I need. That's all I need. And that's what I learned about travel, y'all. You gotta be ready to move when the ish hits the fan. We got 12 in the building. I need to see 12 likes. when the ish hits the fan on your trip, when you go to the Airbnb and it had roaches on the first night, I'm talking about real shit. This is where it happened. It's in the video. You can go look. It's one of my first videos from DR. And like I say, this is not a reflection of a whole country. It's one isolated situation, right? But I gotta add it up with everything else I experienced. And like I said, more positive than negative. But I'm not gonna hide the negative because it would help somebody else to not get in the same situation, hopefully, right? But yeah, there was damn roaches in that joint, and it was a nice looking place. Like if you just came in there like, I'm on vacation boat, I'm comfortable, I'm tired from the airport, and just hopped on the bed, what would have crawled on you after you sitting there breathing, relaxing, and then suddenly on something on your arm or whatever? Man, I never got that comfortable. I saw it before I ever got comfortable. And I kept seeing them, and I said, oh, this place got problems. Not problems, problems, okay? So I had to get the hell on. I got a hotel. It wasn't easy because it's never easy once you're not trying to have to do that. You did the work already before you left, but this is what I've learned about travel. You gotta be ready. If you book a hotel, hell, if you book a flight, look at other flights on that date, the other 2 or 3 flights you were considering, make a note of when they were. Flights definitely gonna change, of course, but at least have an idea. Like when you're traveling abroad, like let's say there's a layover in, like when I went to Malaysia, there's always tend to be a layover somewhere in the Middle East, right? You got one flight, it's Istanbul, Turkey. You got another flight, it's Dubai. Okay, so you know more than likely, one way or another, you're gonna end up in one of those places for a layover. So if one of them gets canceled, you're not in shock when you get the report, we got to switch you over to this flight, or we can do this for you, and it'll be Dubai instead of Istanbul. You're not losing your mind, you know. But here's where it could hurt, because what else I've learned to do is when you have them layovers, don't do a layover if you can afford to. This is my new rule of what I'm going to be doing as an organization. As we raise money to do more trips and everything, I'm going to raise enough to do trips within a trip. I'm gonna be raising enough to always get 2 to 3 countries out of one trip, because it don't make sense to go to Istanbul and sit in the airport for 11 hours like I did when I went to Malaysia. I should have went and explored Turkey. I should have got me, at least 3-4 days in Turkey, and then went on to Malaysia and got maybe 7 days in Malaysia. That's the kind of budget we're gonna be aiming for in the future with Onyxcon. That's the kind of budget you're gonna hear me promoting all the time, and what we need. And I'm gonna get into some more about what we need equipment wise and all of that too somewhere in this live. But for now, I just want to talk about tickets and hotels and all those things to help people who might be, curious about some of the stuff that can be a headache, or who have been through it and maybe didn't handle it the way I did, and things could have been better, but it didn't work out for them. And it's always a roll of the dice for any of us, right? 13 in the building, only 3 with a thumbs up. Something wrong with that. I'd have told these folk, y'all think we playing. Shout out to the big 3. Y'all the only ones that matter. Everybody else, I ain't even talking to you until you hit that button. We need the thumbs up. Because for real, like just what I'm just talking about right now, right? Y'all got to understand, when we keep reiterating how much it's important for you to subscribe, for you to like, for you to put the thumb, that is literally how you hear the word all the time. Algorithm is a computer matrix system, and everything we deal with nowadays online. And everything is being dictated by that. Everything's being dictated by. Everything has some type of coding that says, okay, this is showing positive results, this is not. Drop that down, don't show that as much. The thing that's showing positive results, boost it to the top, put it in front of people's eyes. We trying to get more. What's up? Harold Blackwell in the building. What's good, fam? Yeah. Put a like over there, man. I hope you're one of them big 3 watching. I need the likes. I need them thumbs up. I'm telling them. Ain't nobody relevant unless I see a thumbs up. I just got 15 in the building. There ain't no likes. Put that thumb on the like button. Appreciate you, fam. So, now we got 12 in the building. See, look at it. That better not have been you, Blackwell. That better not have been you dropping off. What's up, fam? So yeah, basically, hold on for a minute, y'all. I'm rolling, so I gotta focus a little bit. I always do this when I get over here. They gotta do better signs. This is a hot mess. They don't have enough signs to remind you which exit. So you always, if you like me and you on live, trying to get people to put thumbs up, you miss your damn exit. Y'all think it's a game, some of y'all. That's why I be, I ain't gonna go off no more. I done went off in a live before. I ain't doing it no more. Y'all ain't gonna get that rise out of me just to sit there and scratch your balls, fart, and go back to sleep, waste your life. I'm a winner. I ain't got time to be talking to losers if they're not gonna win with me. I'm only talking to the winners. So anyway, I gotta get something straight here in a minute. I think I know. This looks familiar, but I still probably have to turn around. Damn, I hate when that happens. As I was saying, what'd he say? You know I did it already. My man, one of the big thumbs up is Mr. Harold Blackwell. That's my fam right there. Baby brother in the house. Peeps that go way back. So, yeah, as I was saying, like, you know, when you take these trips, yo, be theoretical and understand the money you putting in and the money I'm putting in as an organization. Because when I travel now, I don't just do it for me. I do it for my channel. I do it for Onyxcon. I do it to expose the opportunity, how it goes, how it works, with other people who want to know, with other people who would be curious about the process. And even if they don't go to places I'm going, they're gonna still learn from just the in general process of travel and what that is. Because every way away from your home has a lot to consider. And what I learned on this last trip, Dominican Republic, was that you better, it's like you have to double up. It's a Nipsey Hussle song, one of my favorite Nipsey songs, you know, double up. Double up. You got to double up, yo. You got to, like, if you buy a ticket, you almost have to, even if you don't have the money to buy an extra ticket, try to be in a place to buy an extra ticket or have at least half of the money to buy another ticket. Because I had an issue where a flight got canceled, messing around with damn Spirit. You can see the video about that. And Spirit is not worth, I don't give a damn. I will, oh man, I will, I don't have no love for Spirit. I think about being a nonprofit and you don't want to bad mouth any corporation because you never know who gonna, you know, you're thinking, oh, they might support us, and they ain't gonna support shit. They don't support their damn self. They sure as hell can't support me. I don't want Spirit as a damn sponsor. So I will dog them out. Because all they did was dog me out. My time, my energy, my money. The hell with them forever. Forever, ever. Ever, ever. Now, Delta, on the other hand, I don't know why I ever even strayed from my original legendary Atlanta-based company. Because ain't none of them perfect, but I tell you this, as close as you gonna get to about good to great, is Delta. Delta Airlines is the ish. Now, yes, your price tag gonna be higher, but once you add up all the nickel and dime and the stress and the time wasted in an airport when they change the gate at the last minute and you gotta run to the other side only to get there and realize ain't nothing moved, people still waiting. You can't put money on that. So if it's $100 more, it's worth it to know that when you get there, you're gonna leave when they said you're gonna leave, or they say there's a delay. Like my flight from Delta out of DR was delayed, and it was the day all that stuff happened with the cyber scare, if everybody is aware of that, you know, where everything crashed because of this giant security system that obviously, it's so scary to know that there's one entity that has that much power to F up every flight going back to America in the whole damn world. We in trouble, y'all. We literally living in the age of the freaking Matrix and the Terminator and all the other concepts that came out of Sophia Stewart, the queen of the real roots of all that. Okay, you know, we living it, yo. We are living it. The computers versus us. Y'all invented this mess. Y'all done made it where it can shut down everything. I was in Dominican Republic at 12 a.m. after my flight from Spirit got canceled, trying to figure out how I could get a flight with Delta. And when I was pushing the buttons carefully, I know I picked a flight for the next day. And why is it when I came in to check in, gate attendant is telling me, sir, Mr. Wheeler, I don't know if you know, you got the the date is right, but the month is off. You picked August. I said, you know, where in the hell? I know I was tired, but they know. Hey, I'm only human. I got my errors when I'm not human. I'm alien. I'm superpowered. But I was on the ground. I wasn't flying when I pushed that button. Okay. And I don't drink. I don't smoke. I don't get high. You are not gonna sit up here and tell me that I push. I tell you what. And it was so funny at the time. I didn't know about the cyber thing. I'm trying to remember how I found out originally. I think somebody. Oh, that's right. One of the Delta agents, gate agents, real cool brother, Dominican brother. He could speak really good English, so we had a nice conversation because of that. It wasn't broken up. It wasn't hee hee ha ha, and I don't really know what you're saying. We were really talking, and he was breaking down to me what was going on. And he said, "Well, you know, there was a huge cyber breakdown." I said, "Wait a minute, what happened? When?" And he was. I said, "But you got to be kidding me!" And when he said, I said, "When did that happen?" He said, "It was about 12 o'clock." I said, "First thing in the morning." I said, that's when, like I said, I didn't push the wrong button. When that mess happened, it pushed my date forward into another month. Got me looking silly when I had my ish right. You understand? So, but they were good. They didn't trip about nothing. They still had a flight to Atlanta. They put me on that one. That one was delayed, so I still had a whole day in the airport. Didn't leave till, shit, when did we actually take off? Was it, goddamn, oh man, I want to say it was 7 or so. It was at night. It was way after what I thought it would be. Let's just put it like that. And I was annoyed, but I said, shit, at least I'm in the air. Whatever. Let's go home. That's all that matters right now. After all I've been through, damn it, let's go home. Right? So I got out. And but I learned from that experience so many things, y'all. And I'm gonna tell y'all some of the other worst stories. I was thinking I'd make this I may still make it an official video, but for now I'll talk about it in the live. But wait a minute, hold up. Here we go again. 15 people looking, 3 thumbs up. Something wrong with y'all. I don't understand. See, see here the little bots up in here, little bots, a bunch of damn bots. Hit the like button, man. You must like something. You just steady looking. What the hell is that? What's wrong with these drones? These monotone, tone deaf, brain deaf. Yeah, I'm talking about you. I don't give a damn. If you ain't helping me, I ain't helping you to look. I'm gonna make you feel real stupid sitting up here looking at somebody and won't just like. What's so hard about saying, man, I appreciate you. I've been on here for an hour looking at you. Even if you don't like what I'm saying, it's doing something for you. Your ass still looking. Hell, right. Now it's 19 and we can't get no more thumbs up. Y'all funny. Anyway, so talking to just my 3. I appreciate y'all. Talking to my 3. That's all I need. I'm the 3rd. That's the power number. You know? So I went from the situation with that to before that happened, right? Before the whole cyber breakdown and how that affected my trip directly, the night my trip was originally canceled, the other thing about the Delta flight, it was a straight flight, no layover, no, didn't have to catch another plane in another city and all that BS, because that's what I was about to do with Spirit. Had to get off in Fort Lauderdale. Fort Lauderdale got canceled before I could even get news that we were officially canceled in Santo Domingo. So it was just a hot ass mess, y'all. But by the time I got the news about everything, here's when I realized how money got to be right. It's like I've been throwing the dice, making it happen on a super budget. When I be saying, yo, if you're a supporter of the channel, please send donations or at least help us monetize. Hit the buttons, hit the likes, hit the thumbs up, hit the subscribe button. People, man, y'all don't even understand. Like, some of the people y'all take for granted, y'all be watching them all the time, you just think they're gonna always be there. Channels do dissolve. People do end up losing. They either, I ain't gonna say they give up. They get tired of, man, it's a lot to do this. It's a hell of a lot of money. It's a hell of a lot of time. It's immeasurable planning. And it's helping people to do it if they decide to do it. It's cutting your workload because you get to watch all these people who've done what you think you might want to do and have a game plan before you decide, okay, I'm officially going. Before I went to DR, I watched at least 20 different major people's channels, subscribe to most. I ain't like everybody's, you know, some of this stuff was a waste of my time, but most of it was on point. So I subscribed to everybody who helped me in some way, told me about a place I wanted to go. That ain't, how's that hurting me to show them love? Something wrong with people. There's no limit on like buttons and subscription buttons. They don't, you have a cap on that. You can't subscribe too much. You subscribe to infinite people on here and get constant content that will help your life, enrich your life, enrich your journey, show you how to do it. Give you and give you multiple vantage points on the same place, so you can decide where you fit in, how you want to roll. Like, you know, I'm not a drinker, I'm not a smoker, but if that's your vibe, there's folk who do that kind of content. You can know where all the clubs are where you can get drunk off your ass and get robbed in a country away from home. There's plenty of channels for you to know how to do that. You know what I'm saying? There's plenty of channels that make it seem like Boca Chica, for example, as a beach, is a safe place to just hang out and have a good time. Man, Boca Chica is the hood. You play around if you want. You play around with you if you want. I'm here to set the record straight. Part of my channel, when I go to these places, you see all these dangerous hood videos, people be going to the hood. Why the hell would I leave America with all the mess we got going on to go look at somebody else's disasters? That's disgusting. And it's the reason why folk be getting got. That's the reason why you hear them reports of folk getting got. But anyway, what I was gonna say was that the night when I got the canceled flight, I went on Delta, I booked that. Then I was looking for another hotel because I had to have a hotel. I wanted Spirit to pay for it, but the thing was, if you rescheduled the flight with them, that's the only way they would book that. They only redeem your flight. They gotta give me that refund still. I'm still waiting on that, and I gotta stay on their ass about that because they want to act like, you know, just because some days passed and they ain't said nothing that you done forgot. Like, you crazy? You got hundreds of dollars from me? You better cough it up. What? All right, so yeah, waiting on that, right? But I need a hotel, and I don't mind shouting these folks out because they done right by me more than enough times for me to give them love. But most people know what the Sheraton is. I think Marriott is a part. Marriott. Excuse me. Marriott is so big, it's like, damn. You know, it's the Courtyard, all that. But I think only certain ones are part of this group. But the IHG group, it's the International Hotel Group, I think is what it means. If you know what it is, get that app, become a member if you're a traveler. If you're a big time traveler, you like to travel a lot, even if you just travel once a year, if you always stay in their hotels or try to stay mostly in their hotels, you get points. And I wish, look, right now, they owe me money just for even saying this. It's like a big ass commercial for them. But I only get in props because it helped me out directly. So I don't mind helping other people to know this is a good thing to do. This is not affiliated. Just want to make it very clear. I'd love to be. I'm gonna be hollering at them about trying to get some sponsorship for real, seriously. But when I tell you I booked this room in this amazing hotel that was only a month old in Zona Colonial. If you ever been to Dominican Republic or you decide to go to República Dominicana, make sure you look up any hotels under the IHG group, but especially there's one, and I'm trying to remember the exact name of it as I say that. I know it's the Kemple or the Kim. It's an odd first name to it. It's like, I guess it's named after whoever the founder was that decided to do it, but it's a boutique hotel. And when I say boutique, I mean, it's themed. It's not just, it's just a hotel with a bunch of nice rooms, some generic art on the wall. No. It is a piece of art. It's an art installation. So as an artist, I was in love with this place. It was absolutely amazing and immaculate and would be very costly had I not been a member, especially getting it last minute that night, booking it. But I got a king size bed, amazing room, touch panel, smart room functions for all the lights and everything, hardwood floors, had a balcony. The view from the balcony was not that great from my room, but still it was something. So I'm not mad. Like I say, I only been there a month. They had a little garden below and it was kind of lacking, but I know that's just because they haven't finished putting in all the plants and stuff. When they get that thing going, it's gonna be that where I was at, even that room would be beautiful because you didn't get a view of like the town, but you're right in the town. You're surrounded by old buildings and all of that good stuff. You know what I'm saying? And this video is coming. This video is coming. I got so many videos still editing. I did put up one today about Zona Colonial, but it doesn't have that in it because I was trying to go in chronological order of how things happen, but I decided to bump all that. I'll mostly do that in order, but every now and then there'll be some videos dropped that ain't got nothing to do with the order of how I lived it, but I want y'all to see this as soon as possible. So yeah, what I'm talking about is coming. And then I'm gonna do a follow-up too, where it's gonna be a competition, a viewers competition. I'm gonna do this a lot actually. It's gonna be an Easter egg hunt, where for every subscriber, you gotta subscribe first, all right? I'm gonna have like reading viewer comprehension questions, where I'll mention things like, when did I do this? Or when do you think I did this? And the only way you're gonna know the answer to the question, you gotta watch the video. So that's gonna help us get our watch hours up, because we gotta get that 4,000 watch hours. Hell, all we need is 3,000 for y'all to be able to start doing super chats, which is when I'm live like this. If somebody wants to send $5 or something, because you appreciate what I'm sharing, whatever, you'll be able to do that once we cross the 3,000 mark on hours viewed. Right now we're at 1,700, so we over a half to the 3,000. You know what I'm saying? We over halfway there. All we need is at least 3,000. Y'all can start dropping money right now, like if I'm alive like this. The 3 people who've been watching, I know some of my folks who know me personally probably would have sent money by now. And you can still send money, by the way, okay? It's onyxcon@gmail.com for PayPal. It's @Onyxcon for Venmo. And it's #Onyxcon for Cashapp. Anytime, anytime. Support the 501c3 nonprofit arts and creative lifestyle organization, the Onyxcon Foundation. All right? Please do. Thank you. Thank you in advance, because I know some of y'all gonna do that. And if I was talking too fast, well, just look at one of my videos. You'll see it in the caption. I always put it in the caption for the most part. Every now and then I slip and forget to, copy paste it. But mostly I copy paste that. I keep it on my phone. It's got the whole list of all of the whole network. Every social media platform we're on, you can go ahead and be a part of this, supporting this. 12 people, only 3 thumbs up. Man, I wish I could see who y'all were. I would X y'all out my damn self. That's so disrespectful. Hit the damn button, man. I seriously wonder if people cut on a live and just go to sleep. They just like to listen to a person talking. I genuinely think there's people like that. They sitting there right now drooling on themselves. How the hell is 15 mofos looking at me and only 3 thumbs up? For the last, 10 minutes, they're talking about, look, this number ain't changed. And I'm talking about you on purpose because I want to see the number change. When I start talking about it, that's when it drop. Y'all funny. Y'all funny. So anyway, yeah, y'all, you learn, you live and you learn. But I learned that with this trip, boy, there's no way around. You got to have that money. So when I'm asking for donations and things from now on, we're going to be giving major incentives. I'm about to improve the Onyxcon flip-through club thing, if you never heard of it. I'll break it down a little bit right now, but go over to onyxcon.com where it makes it a lot easier to read it. Whichever way you like getting information. If you want to hear it, I ain't going to sit up here and recite the entire thing now, but more or less what it is that whether I'm in the country, out the country, if I go in a place where it's a market of any sort, items that non-perishable items that can be shipped to you, you can build a box, but you have to be a member. How do you be a member? Well, first and foremost, there's 99-cent membership on Instagram. So if you have an Instagram, you have to subscribe to us on Instagram for 99 cents a month. 99 freaking cents a month. Can you believe there's people who still, out of 17,000 people, 17,000 plus on Instagram? Never mind, I don't even want to talk about it. It just makes me upset just to say it out loud. I don't even want to talk about it. Because it don't make sense. It don't make sense. It don't make sense. That's why I give more love over here on YouTube, because I'm getting more love. I go live, when I finish this live right now, I average 500 people eyes on, even if they drop in, drop out. That's numbers. That's numbers. I go live on Instagram, 17,000 followers, 2 or 3, maybe 10 at the most might look at it. And 5 might hang with me for a minute before it get down to 3 like it is here for solid thumbs up. But it still be some eyes. It's always a lot of eyes over here. Even if for a second. And that's all you need when it adds up, because that becomes watch hours. So anyway, so I did this thing where I called the Flip Club and Flip Through Club, Onyxcon Flip Through Shoppers Club. And I'll go in the store, let's say sneakers or whatever. A lot of sneakerheads out here. I'm not a hardcore sneakerhead, but I like sneakers. Go in the Nike store, the outlet, stuff like that. Go into Skechers, go into New Balance, go into, I don't really usually go into New Balance because I used to like New Balance, but I kind of fell out with them. Go in the Puma store. I love Puma. You know, any place, it don't matter, whatever it is. Columbia, all the stores. I'll go in Ross, Marshalls, discount places like that. Show y'all the tag, what it costs, show you the size, all that. And a lot of resellers do this. It's technically reseller culture. But the difference with mine is, and then I wanted to get into reselling, but I realized that's a whole nother thing. And I ain't got the money nor the time yet to be a hardcore reseller. I'll get there if I want to, have some fun with that. But for right now, I put it all on you to be a supporter. You got to do the subscription. Like I said, 99 cents on Instagram. You got to subscribe here. That's the 2 first steps. Second step is I was going to charge, and I was technically still charging per season, per 3 months, winter, spring, summer, fall. Like right now, we're at the end of the summer season. September going to start the fall season. September, October, November. That's fall. November, December. We're not doing it by the equinox and all that. I respect all that, but we're doing the simpler version that everybody knows with the months, okay? So then you got, of course, November, I said December, January, February, winter. You see what I'm saying? So within the 3-month period, I was asking people to pay $100 for the 3-month period, for the season, and then you build a box. Let's say in a week, I went to a comic book shop, I showed you comics you liked, you were in the live or you saw it later, you hit me in the DM, you said, man, I saw that live at the such and such mark, the 3.0, 3 minutes, 2 seconds mark. You was talking about the Captain America book. Oh man, I want that one, bro. Can you see if they still got it? You've initiated the order. If I got time, I'll let you know. I'll go by the store again on your behalf. I'll hit you direct because we would have exchanged information. So I got you direct, so I can hit you on WhatsApp. I can hit you. The other thing is, whatever you say is your most common way of communicating has to be on point. Can't be all that, oh man, I'm sorry, it was on my other phone, I ain't have it. I ain't got time for none of that BS. Ain't got time for none of that. You got to be adult and be like, yeah, this is the number. Hit this, I always answer. Okay, guess what? I'm back at the store. All right, man, they got it. Yes, they do. And by the way, they also got da-da-da-da-da. Oh, man, get me that too, bro. Okay, cool. So here's where we at, and start tallying it up. That costs this. You say you want them sneakers too? I'm going to run by that store today, that Ross, and get those. I'm getting some stuff for myself, but I can get those for you too. I think if they got them. Oh, man, yeah. Okay, well, hit me back when you get to the Ross, and let's make sure. Okay, well, here's what we're going to do, though. All right? Because I ain't buying it for you. You're going to send the money. See, this is how this works. You send the money, not only for the comics, but for the shoes too. I go over to the store. Hey, guess what, man? They ain't got the shoes. Oh, damn, but check it out. I'm going to go live just for you. And everybody else who's a member, if you see something else you want, you already got a $50 credit because you sent the 50 plus the $20 for the comic books. You at 70. I got you. Just to see if we can find you something else. Oh, yeah. And then we go for that. If we can't find you nothing else, you got within that 3-month period, I'll hold the comics for you. But the next time I'm in the store or whatever, hey, man, I do want those. Okay, now we going to complete your box. Now let's tally that up. You at this much so far for all the items that for in terms of, you pay, you pay for the items, now we gotta pay for the shipping. And whatever the final cost of all the items plus the shipping, we take 20% of all that final price, you give an extra bit of money to Onyxcon. That's paying for my gas and all that extra runaround for you as a member of the club. This is the idea I have that I still know is a great idea for the right people. I haven't found my audience for this yet. When I went to Got Soul, one of the biggest sneaker conventions that travels in America, Fat Joe, if you've heard, Fat Joe's a major sneakerhead. He's one of the biggest sneaker collectors in the world. But he had a lyric in his latest track that he did on LL Cool J's upcoming album that's gonna drop, I think, in October. And I can't wait because I think it's gonna be pure fire. LL is still the man forever. But he got a track that Q-Tip produced this whole album, and Q-Tip killing it on the beats. Q-Tip from Tribe Called Quest, of course. But there's a lyric he said, came to Atlanta, spent a whole He said, spend a whole house on sneakers or something, and he ain't joking. That's the kind of money folk drop. I mean, he hit the highest level of it. Then you got the other level. I watched people up in there drop $10,000 on somebody's table. I said, God damn. And this is, half of the shoes are used. They don't even be new. They just been refurbished. That's how hardcore the sneaker game is. I said, when I saw that live, and I've been watching that on YouTube for a lot, but when I went out and got involved, when I went to LA in March and saw how the stores are with Cool Kicks, shout out to Cool Kicks. I know the owners now. At least 2 of them I know personally. Good peoples, real solid cats. Black owned too. Black and Indian owned. Shout out to Brother Pocky, who's the other one that you always see in their videos, the Indian brother. But no, I'm saying like, man, those folk are killing it. They straight up young millionaires, you know? And I love to see that when folk just took something that was a hobby and turned it into something profitable that really makes life for them, and they can live off of their love, what they enjoy. And that's a big part of what Onyxcon is sharing. It's like I say, live your best art life. Like everything, all the topics I cover are things I love one way or another, or got some kind of interest in. And my audience has always had an interest in from back when we were just a Comic-Con, right? So anyway, you can build this box concept, like I say, and only the big ballers are gonna be the ones who ever get with it. If it's the next version of how I'm doing it, I might just shut it all the way down and just make it a unsaid thing that gets like, you know, you become a member. I'm gonna create a membership, a general membership for Onyxcon. It's not the first time I did. It's funny to say these things out loud when you've already done it. And it just that people, again, you didn't have the right audience. But because my audience is growing, our numbers are getting better. We're about to hit the 1,000 here. It's gonna happen. So I'm getting a new international audience. I got friends now in Dominican Republic, you know? That's a great feeling. That lets me know. And there's people who are willing to translate their words, figure it out. They wanna be involved, they wanna talk, they wanna stay in touch. That's the kind of audience I've always wanted. Not the lackluster, sit on their ass, everybody feed me, oh, I got bored, I don't like this no more, spoiled American audiences. Not everybody in America like that, but there's too many people who are. People are some little, they just, They like, damn, it's like, I thought you was a fan, like, it shouldn't be this hard to get a like on stuff, and folk are pathetic. They don't do it, and they don't really take it serious. They look at YouTube like, they take it for granted. They look at it like free TV, instead of understanding nothing's free. You have to support the channels you love. If you don't send money, that's fine, but you gotta at least hit buttons. That's money. Hitting the buttons equals money. Literally, in real time. And if you don't support people's channels, it will fold. You know? Because depending on their situation, you got some rich YouTubers that already got money and they just do it as a little side hobby, or they getting their gas money, or they so rich that this is their vacation money once they go, you know, viral and all that. But for the rest of us who still got some form of regular hustle jobs, plural jobs, you know what I mean? No, this ain't no game, y'all. This is for real. This is needed. Like, I'm looking at 5 people now and only 3 likes still. That's not cool. Not cool. No bueno. No bueno. It's muy mal. Show respect. Respecto. Hit the button. Claro. Hit the button. That's what's up. Pedro Luis Alcantara from República Dominicana. He said, I support you. Thank you, man. Appreciate that, fam. That's what the hell I'm talking about. The real ones. The real ones. You done hit that thumbs up button. You was one of my 3, man. I appreciate you. Yes, thank you. Viva la República Dominicana. Straight up. Yeah. So, no, you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm looking forward to, because I got a lot of people that, I would hand out cards. That's the other thing. When I would hand out, I got these business cards now for the channel. When I would hand these to people in Dominican Republic, instant respect. Respecto. Immediately. Ahora. Respect. You know what I'm saying? None of that. Again, just, you know they're going to throw it away. You know they're going to, you know, ain't no telling what they're going to do with it. They just don't care. People, I've gotten that so many times in America with people, they take it for granted. They don't respect what a business card really means. That's a connector. It's a reminder and a connector. You two-hand. In Japan, you hand somebody a card with two hands, with both hands, and you nod traditionally. I don't know what they're doing now, but I've heard that that's how it goes. And I get it, because it's like they understand this is the beginning of a relationship. This is the beginning of an opportunity. This is the beginning of information shared with a new friend. That's real stuff. That's real. So, yeah, like, that's all I want. Now, I'm getting spoiled by when I travel and I meet people who are appreciative. Like, you know, watch the video where I talked about I got arrested. No, I got helped by the cops. I was more or less kind of lost. Not really, because I still knew how to get back to my hotel, but I was trying to get somewhere and I wasn't sure of the streets. And even when I saw them, they were all mostly young, like 20-something, maybe the oldest one was in his 30s, cops. And they were hanging over to the side of me in a park on some bikes. And I kind of got nervous because I'm in American mode. Like, we see cops, you a black man, you don't trust them, even if they black. And they were all, you know, Afro-Latino, Dominicanos. I didn't feel no more safe on my American mentality. I thought, oh man, I don't want to ask the cops for nothing. I don't want to make myself a target. If I ask them something, they're going to be like, why you don't know where you at? Well, hey, let me see your passport. Who are you? You know, I've got all this horrible story in my head before I even approached them, right? It wasn't like that at all. I finally got enough gusto to just be like, man, I mustered up enough to go over. I said, man, let me just go over here, man. What they gonna do? I mean, shit, they got to do their job, right? Let me see what they gonna say. I said, hola, and they all looked up, hola. You know, they still chill mode. Ain't nobody get on the fence. Ain't nobody grabbing their guns. None of that mess. They was chill. I said, hey fellas, I said, who? I pointed at everybody. I said, who speak the most? I said, mas inglés. I said, habla inglés, mas. I said, who the mas? I'm saying all kind of stuff like, who speak English more, or whatever. And they all giggled, they all laughed amongst each other and started pointing, two guys pointing at each other. And one said, yes, what you need, sir? I said, oh, okay, great. So I broke down what I was looking for. I showed him my GPS, how I couldn't get GPS. My signal that was the other thing where I was panicking in that moment. I couldn't get a signal in some places. So I'm like, man, I couldn't even order an Uber if I wanted to from where I was standing. So that's when I went into panic mode, like, wait a damn minute. And it wasn't like I was surrounded by a bunch of thugs or nothing. You know, there was two guys tried to hustle me earlier that day, but that was another place I was standing, Santo Domingo. But anyway, they was like, yeah, no, you had to go over it. They started, I mean, I couldn't understand what they were saying, but I could tell they were playfully teasing each other about what's a better way to get there. And they were all like, no. He needs something to Calle this, Calle that, do the other street, not that street, Calle street. I was like, oh my God. So I said, who won? Like, who's got the best directions? And one guy said something finally, and I just nodded. I was like, all right, cool, man. Appreciate y'all. And I was about to walk off. I said, oh, you know, I do YouTube. I explained that to him. And it was like, oh, yeah, YouTuber. I said, yeah, yo soy YouTuber. It was, oh. So I said, hey, I got something for y'all, man. And when I started going from my pocket, they was all like, no. Because they thought I was trying to pay them money. And they was like, we ain't them kind of cops. Like, that's when I was done. I was like, wait a minute. They think I was trying to give them a tip. And they like, we don't take tips. We don't do that. Like, we don't need no tip for giving directions. That's our job. Don't go in your pocket for your money, because I have my wallet, you know, and I'm going in there to get my cards out. And they were all like, no. And I said, no, I'm not giving dinero. I want you to see my card. And I showed the card. And they said, oh. I gave everybody a card. And you'll see this in the video. They all was like holding the card and holding it up, nodding like, yeah, like we met somebody famous. They was so, I was like, man, this is love right now. This is nothing but respect, though. I said, I love it. So as I thought that was it. I'm about to walk off. The head guy, you could tell he was probably the oldest, he said, yeah, come on. Like, one of the guys hopped off the bike. He started patting the back of the seat. I was like, what you mean? He was like, yeah, we take you. I said, oh, I said, oh, you gonna give me a ride? One of the most fun moments I had when I was there. Right on the back with the cops, because I know how crazy it looked. Like, all the locals was looking at me like, who the hell is this dude? He ain't in cuffs. He's laughing. He's got his camera up filming while he's doing it, going. Like, what the hell? You know, everybody was looking so confused on the street as I was passing by, like, who is this dude? But I was having a ball, because I was like, man, I knew I was protected and respected. You know what I'm saying? Like, when I got to the ATM, they didn't even just drop me off and leave me. they waited across the street, and one of them waited outside the door like my personal security. I said, man. Only thing I regret is I don't know if they could have done this because they were on duty, but I would have been like, man, let me get all y'all words out so we can stay in touch. Anytime I'm in Dominican Republic, I might ask, where you on duty? And just come hang out wherever y'all are, especially if I bring some of my boys. Hell, you know, I don't drink, liquor and shit, but I know most guys do. So I'd be like, hey, I'll meet with y'all. I'll buy y'all some cervezas off duty. Y'all get off, you know, when y'all get off duty or whatever, we can go hang out or something, you know, because they was cool as hell. And then now you got friends in the police. So if something go down, you got somebody that can come handle it for you. You know what I mean? Like, for real. Like, that's how you got to learn to move. And it all came out of not being on that fear factor and thinking all the worst. And, oh, man, they're going to be out to get me. Like, no, you got to let go of all that. I mean, it's sad to say, we got a real reason to think that way in America, but in other countries, I'm not saying it can't be that way there too, but when it's not, it's not, and accept that it's not. Per individual. Sure, there's corruption everywhere. I know I just got the right batch of cops and they were some good dudes. But for it to be that many made a strong impression on me that there's a lot. And they weren't the last ones to treat me like that. I was in Zona Colonial at one of the major forts or something, walking around, and I needed to stand somewhere because it was about to rain. And I wanted to be close to where the street was to be picked up. But there was a young police officer with his bike posted up at a certain place. And I came over with my usual, barely, you know, poco inglés. I mean, mucho inglés, poco, un poquito español. And you just laugh like no problem. And my English ain't so good, más o menos. I get on the phone, I start showing him what I'm saying, do the Google Translates, we laughing. Next thing I know, I got a new friend like that. But he was so damn cool. I was like, man, they got a lot of young, and they're mostly young, and I like to see that because if somebody was gonna be on some BS, I hate to say, a lot of times they be from an older guard, and I don't like, you know, this group, and I don't like the, you know, whatever. But young folk more like they curious, and they on the apps and all this stuff like now, so they want to know about each other's cultures, and they know that that's a powerful thing to be able to talk to people anywhere in the world. So as soon as you say you from another country, they happy as hell to talk to you. They just want to learn something new, get a few more words just like you do. And for them to be police officers and be cool, man, I was so impressed. So impressed. And like I said, that kept happening. Other folks I keep shouting out multiple times, and I'm going to do a special video for this, is the Uber drivers. I had some of the friendliest, greatest Uber drives I've ever had in my life. And I don't use Uber a hell of a lot because I used to do it. I used to drive for Lyft and Uber. And, you know, because of how it is in America, I don't quite frankly need it. But whenever I have needed it, it's like my last resort. And I still haven't had all bad experiences. Most have been good. So to see that it was good in a place like that, where I've seen some YouTubers talk about bad experiences, and I say, damn, man, it put a bad taste in your mouth. So I want to do a video to counter that, and I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna put my best Uber rides in Dominican Republic. Look for that. That's gonna be coming out as soon as I can finish editing it. And you talking about some fun moments, like I'm talking about sharing each other's music. They playing bachata and merengue and salsa for me, and dembo, okay, which I found out about before I left the country because I wanted to know about all the hip new music. And I said, what is this stuff that sounds like reggaeton, but it's the Dominican version? That's dembo. And I like it. It's cool as hell. I like dembo. It's fun. It's fun, upbeat party music. And it, like I say, it is literally the Dominican version of reggaeton, but they call it dembo. So yeah, shout out to all my Dominicans. Y'all know what it is. And I'm gonna be playing some of that in the videos. I'm gonna be cutting the moments short because you don't want to get caught with copyright. But I'm gonna be playing some of the popular artists like Omega. Shout out Omega. He's the man there. I got it 2 Ubers and they were playing Omega. I was like, this guy's popular, but it's mucho popular. I was like, okay, he's the dude. That's the guy right there. That's El Jefe there. That's the Omega, man. They love Omega. So I gotta play that in the video. And I'm gonna be playing it. I'm gonna be like, you'll see in my Zona Colonial, and I love the way it comes in, the way I edited it. At the beginning, I do an intro, and then I go to a moment in an Uber where I'm just filming out the window, and I let the music that was playing in the car be the backdrop music, and it's hidden, y'all. It's hidden. I think it was Dembo. And I think, as I remember, the driver told me it was his cousin. So I put on a lot of, up and coming young artists too. And that was fun to do, to know that I'm helping other artists, because that's what we about. That's what Onyxcon does, y'all. We about that art life. Yes, indeed. But yo, I've been running my mouth for good gosh almighty. It's damn near an hour. I'm gonna go and get off here. I appreciate y'all who put the likes on things as asked, as requested, and showing love. More to come. I might even go live a little bit later. We'll see. Holla. Peace.